Welcome back to Daytime. Yes, I am not Derek Fage, but when he's away, they let me come on and play. So we're back at the show, and we are talking a lot lately in the news about inflation, the cost of living, how we can make changes and differences. So my next guest, super excited to have him on, Jarrett Thompson, Managing Director of CAA, is going to talk to us about their new slogan, Review Before You Renew. I think everyone at home is going to be saying that before we end. Renew before you review.
Yes, review before you renew.
Okay, see, by the end I'm going to be saying it.
I've been repeating that 3 or 4 times to make sure I said it right.
Okay, well, tell me a bit about this campaign.
Well, this campaign it's a little personal as well, because we just did this in our household. Everybody has these subscriptions, these annual subscriptions that they have, and whether it's their streaming service or whatever it might be, and we're all trying to find different ways to save a little bit of money. We all know that things have gotten a lot more expensive. And with your insurance, people don't really realize that it renews automatically.
Yes.
Unless you make a statement. And so what we want to do is come up with this way to have people get a chance to take a look at their insurance for 2 reasons. One is you want to review it to make sure you have the right coverages, because that's the most important. The wrong coverages don't matter regardless of the price. And we wanted to make sure that we could, when people take a look at it, they can see if they can get a better price if they change their provider, if they have different information, because we're driving different cars.
Yes.
I have a 16-year-old who's going to be getting their G2 driver's license.
That's why I'm so excited you're on the show. I have the same one.
So that's when the rates really go up. And if
Okay.
you want to take a look at how can you reduce your monthly costs, take a look, because everybody insures things differently. And
Yes.
I think it behooves us to take a look at that.
And everyone has a personal, like what you're saying, everybody personally likes to do things differently. So if someone is looking at the review, what questions would you have them ask themselves?
Well, that's a good question, because not everybody is an expert in insurance, and that's why we recommend that you reach out to someone who is an expert in insurance. And you want to ask questions about the coverage you have. Do you still need the same coverages? When we buy a new car, we often get the exact same coverages we had on the old car, and we want to make sure, and that's why we want to review, make sure it's the right one. We also want to make sure that we have, whether it's the driving distance has changed. We have a program called MyPace, which is really the first pay-as-you-drive insurance program.
Okay, tell us a touch about that.
A lot of people are now working from home. I do most of the time. And what we've developed is something that if you drive under 12,000 kilometers a year, you can go on this program that literally says, if you only drive this amount, we're only going to charge you this amount of an insurance. And if you end up going over that amount, you don't pay extra, you just pay what you regularly would have paid. So it's a really great, it's a one-of-a-kind program.
And you know what? I'm really excited that you're on, because you're making me do that checklist. Because right now it's taxes, it's things are renewing, like you're saying. And the one thing I'm noticing is, and we talked about this in the green room, is we now have kids at ages that they're not driving on their own. So we're driving them to a million places that before you know it, you're driving all over. So we're about to buy a new car, and that question is asked: how many kilometers are you going to take a year? So that is fantastic. And what other tips did you notice when you were reviewing that stood out for you?
Well,
I
think when we go through it, and I've been in the insurance industry for a long time, and every insurance company rates things differently. And we often take a look at our cell phone providers and say, how can we get a better deal? With our insurance, it automatically renews, and sometimes we forget. So what we have done is we have come up with this process that you can go on our website and you can log in when your renewal starts. It comes up. And that's one of the things that people don't know is, when does my insurance renew?
Well, funny, I just got a renewal from you. It's like 60 days before, so that's fantastic for people at home. That's just a benefit in itself when you're with CAA. They're on top of it for you, because sometimes I forget the dates and it comes
and if
around.
you're not sure when it is, on your liability slip, which is that pink slip that's either in your wallet, in your glove box, or on your digital card in your phone, it'll say when your renewal is. And then all you have to do is you have to come on and you can log in your information at getcainsurance.ca, and then we'll remind you again in 60 days when to start looking for insurance. And we're not saying just look with CAA. We want you to go out and shop the market. We want you to see what is out there, because if you can save $50 a month, $25, or in some cases $100 a month on your insurance, it makes the cost of groceries, gas, all of those things a little bit easier to handle.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're very open with people say, oh, I saw something here. What can you do? Like it's also still a negotiation with you for insurance.
Well, it's not really a negotiation because the prices are set based on your driving record and based on your car and based on all of those things. But what people don't know is that every insurance company rates those things slightly different. And every year your driving record hopefully is getting better. So the insurance rate you had last year when you shopped for it is going to be different than this year.
Okay, so you can't tell me secrets of other insurance companies already. That's a whole other show?
That is a whole other show.
Okay.
But what I can tell you, and I just did this before I came on this morning, 5 minutes is what it takes to get an insurance quote.
What?
5 minutes to get the basic insurance quote. They're obviously going to have to ask you a few more questions, but that's going to help you decide whether it's worth your time.
And you're allowed to take the 5 minutes and say, you're not my people. You're not my insurance. I'm going to back
You
it.
just go on. You just go online. You get a quote.
Online?
It's
I don't
online.
have to talk to anybody?
Yeah, you don't have to talk to anybody. You can.
I mean, I do like talking.
We have a phone number,
Yes.
so you can talk to me. Not me, but you can talk to somebody.
Okay, well, I'm talking to you now, so I'm feeling more comfortable. So can you tell us, our viewers at home, best steps, like A to B insurance for this whole campaign and where to go?
Yeah. So the first thing is find out when you renew.
Okay.
You can go to getcainsurance.ca and there's
Yeah.
going to be a spot where it says key in your expiry date.
Okay.
Because it might be in November.
Yeah.
We're going to remind you, and then you can go out and you can go on. You can you're going to learn one of two things.
Okay.
One is your existing policy is a great price, and you've already done your job.
Okay.
Or you're going to find out that you can save money somewhere else.
This is so fun.
Either way, you win.
Yeah.
You either believe that you're a genius,
Yeah.
or you've learned something new and you're going to save money.
Okay.
And then you go through the process. And the process is really easy. We have people who can help you on the phone, help you online, walk you through step by step to make sure you have the right coverages at the right price. And we'll go from there.
That is fantastic. I'm very excited. So one more time, the website is?
getcainsurance.ca.
Yeah, and it's review before you renew.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure everybody at home is going to get to know that. You're going to see a lot of it. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks for
You're
having
putting
me.
a lot of people at ease.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back with a lot more on Daytime.